Hello, welcome back to the channel. Again, we've got another battery related video, and this is my brand new A-Torch DL24 tester, which is pretty cool if I must say so myself. Go check out the video on my channel where I review this and show you how it works. This is a 26650 LiFePO4 battery pack. Now there were 16 cells which I salvaged, right, and it was in a 8S configuration. So it used to be a 24 volt pack, and yeah, it was in the recycling bin for some reason. I just stripped all the cells, and I had to rewrap them all because it had all super glue and stuff. And yeah, I don't really have any 26650 stuff, so I had to like buy them off AliExpress. And yeah, this is what the cell looks like. So it's slightly bigger than an 18650. I'll show you one in comparison. There we go. Still cylindrical, almost the same height. So I wanted to pull it apart and turn it into a standard 4S 12.8 volt system. But as I was rewrapping them all, and all the cells were fine, they're all about 3.31 volts, so, and all from the same pack, so it's all good. One of the cells has a dent in it, and as I indicated here, it's an inward dent. It's not that bad, but I just didn't want to risk it. Like, yeah, I mean, I might just turn this into a small 4S system just to play around with. You know, I don't think this has really affected it, but because it's near the top, I'm just a bit worried in a long-term pack. So now it's only a 4S 3P, so 12 cells. So I'll keep these for another day, another project. And if you saw my video on my LiFePO4 suitcase build, that had 18650 lithium iron phosphate cells. So these are 26650, and I have no idea of the capacity, right? So we are going to set this thing out so we can test the capacity of it. So we need to, yeah, I think 12 volts is a good cutoff voltage for this. So that would mean 3 volts per series group. And discharge, I'm going to do it I'll do it at 1 amp. Should I do it faster? I don't know. Maybe we'll do it at 5 amps. It's got a 20 amp BMS. We'll do it at 5 amps. So that's going to take a while. That's 5 amps. And that's all we've got to do. We've got to test it. I'm not going to bother about an external temperature sensor on this one. Fans going. So hopefully I'll be able to work out the capacity of this pack. So I'll loop you back in when it finishes. Okay, I did quickly change it to 2 amps because I asked our good friend ChatGPT what an appropriate discharge rate would be given my series configuration of 4S 3P and the cell size 26650. Recommended discharge at a 0.2 C rate, which is about 1.8 amps, so I've rounded it up to 2 amps, so this should be more accurate. So at the moment the voltage is 13 volts, which is 26.19 watts, and so far we have discharged 1.66 watt hours. So I'll loop you back in at various stages, or maybe at the end, who knows. So the test has finished. I've disconnected the battery and it's charging again. I'm really impressed with these used cells, very healthy. Capacity 9580 milliamp hours, so 9.5 amp hours. I'll just label it as a 10 amp hour battery. We've drawn 123.156 watt hours, so that is really healthy for these used salvage cells. And yeah, that's fantastic. Okay, so after that test, I did a little label. We rounded it up to 10 amp hours, 123 watt hours, and I've given some boundaries here given the size of the pack. Max charge 5 amps, max discharge 300 watt continuous, 450 watt peak. The BMS is actually a 30 amp hour one, but given the number of cells, these are the parameters which are appropriate. So now I'm doing another discharge test, this time with the real world thing. I've got a 400 watt pure sine wave inverter running my trusty fan again. And it's drawing about 35 watts. That was higher than the electronic load. And that's almost 3 amps. And so far, we've discharged about 30 watt hours. So I'll let you know at the end of this how much we pulled out again. Okay, the fan has stopped running. Let's check out what the voltage is at. 11.31 volts, 9.4 amp hours, 121.4 watt hours. So this went a bit further, I believe, because, oh no, just about right. So this had no kind of stop voltage. This just stopped because the BMS cut it out. All right, so we'll better charge this up, and I'm going to charge it up from solar this time, just to show you it works. Okay, we are charging it from my new eco-worthy 195 watt bifacial solar panel. However, it is not a good solar production day. And there's the pack. We're charging it with a Batteria Power 10 amp MPPT. If you want one of these, I'll leave a link in the video description because they're pretty cool, pretty compact. As you can see, 11.8 volts at the moment and bringing in about 2.6 amps. So hopefully we'll be able to fill this up by the end of the day. The sun is shining and my panel is doing fantastic, and this is now fully charged. Look at that, 14.7. We'll call that fully charged. So this salvaged 26650 LiFePO4 cells is just fantastic, perfectly working fine. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and I'll catch you in the next video.